Hey guys, I'm going to do one more review in my ongoing reviews of bad 1980s science fiction movies, though this one's actually kind of so bad it's good. And it's The Ice Pirates from 1985, starring Robert Urich, um, Michael D. Roberts, Angelica Huston, and John Matusak, who was a football player, and Ron Perlman, and also John Carradine, and Mary Crosby. The plot is that sometime in the future, water has become very scarce, and this organization called the Templars of Mithra control all the water. So pirates will raid ships to steal the ice that's stored there. And Robert Urich is a pirate named Jason, and Michael D. Roberts is his friend Roscoe, and Angelica Houston is also a member of his crew, kind of a kick-ass girl who's really good with swords and is kind of really intense. And John Matusak plays another ice pirate called Killjoy, and he's sort of funny because he's not one. He's kind of the opposite. But what happens is they board a freighter that's one of the Templars freighters that happens to be carrying this princess, and the princess is in suspended animation, and Robert Urich kind of falls for her and decides to wake her up, and they're going to take her hostage because they can, ransom her off for a lot of money. And they silence her nanny by having a robot kind of put his hand over her mouth, and they escape into a corridor. They're chased by the Templars, and ultimately Robert Urich and Michael Roberts, or Jason and Roscoe, rather, are captured, and they're going to be sentenced to be quote unquote redesigned. And what they mean by that is they're going to be lobotomized and castrated and turned into slaves. And they're saved at the last moment from this machine that's literally like a set of jaws that chomps down on your you know what, and by the princess, who wants to use them to help her find her father, who disappeared while he was searching for a planet only known as the Seventh World, which is supposedly has an abundance of water. The Templars want to stop them because if someone else discovers this world, that ruins their monopoly on water. And so at a party where the princess is entertaining guests, and Roscoe and Jason are pretending to be slaves and serving drinks and that sort of thing, she prepares their escape. And they escape just moments before the Supreme Commander of the Templars, who's John Carradine, shows up to arrest them. They escape in Jason's rather rattletrap pirate spaceship, and they're pursued by the Templars, who almost destroy them, but they go into what's called the time warp. And the Templars pursue them, but they start aging, and they're aging more and more rapidly, and they finally become, an old man and an old woman, and they're not sure what to do, how to defeat the Templars. And then their son, who of course looks exactly like Robert Urich, comes in, and he's this swashbuckling character. He's got a sword, and he swings through balconies, does like a whole Douglas Fairbanks kind of thing, and rescues them. And they pass through the time warp and go back to their normal ages, knowing that in the future they'll have a son. And they arrive. The Templars are trapped. They're lost forever as the time warp closes. And they discover the seventh planet, which it turns out is Earth. Albeit that part was predictable, it's still good. There's a really funny gag that they keep going through, runs through the whole thing about it's an alien parody where something hatches out of an egg, and it touches Roscoe on the shoulder, and he says to Jason, "Hey, did you put something on my shoulder?" And he says, "I don't know what you're talking about." And they finally see this like horrible little monster, and it like squelches away, and he goes, "What the hell was that?" And Jason looks on the cargo manifest, and he says, "It's space herpes." And I died when I heard that. There's like another funny scene where Ron Perlman plays a chef, the princess's chef, I guess, and he's making them a gourmet meal. And as they go to slice into it, the space herpes jumps out, and everybody freaks out and screams. Just really great alien parody there. It's a great movie. It's kind of a cross between Star Wars and Indiana Jones and a 1950s Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Pirate movie. and I highly recommend it.